Welcome to Dream Studios Pod Talks. Talks. Welcome to Dream Studios Pod Talks. Talk on baby, hug and run on mine. Talks. Talks. Welcome to Dream Studios Pod Talks.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to Dream Studios Pod Talks. We're thrilled to have you join us for our second episode. Bringing their insights and expertise to the table today are our dynamic hosts, Ryan and Lana, ready to guide you through another fascinating conversation. Let's dive in and explore the innovations shaping our world.
Welcome to our deep dive, everybody. Buckle up, because today we're stepping into a world where science fiction is blurring with reality.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, it is. We're going to explore three groundbreaking technologies: quantum computing, CRISPR gene editing, and the role of AI in research.
Those are some seriously hot topics right now. And they're not just futuristic fantasies, they're already making waves in the real world.
Exactly. From potentially cracking unbreakable codes to the possibility of curing genetic diseases. I mean, it's mind-blowing stuff.
And what's really fascinating is how these fields are starting to intersect. It's like a fusion of incredible innovations leading to some exponential leaps in scientific progress.
It's a lot to take in, for sure. So let's break it down, starting with something that's always intrigued me: quantum computing. I mean, I hear about companies like IBM and Google building these things, but what is quantum computing really?
Okay, so imagine a computer that doesn't just process information in a linear way. Instead, it explores multiple possibilities at the same time. It's a completely different way of thinking about computation.
Okay, so how does that work? It sounds like something out of Star Trek.
Well, instead of bits, which are like tiny switches that are either on or off, quantum computers use qubits. And a qubit can be 0, 1, or both at the same time.
Wait, both at the same time? How is that even possible?
It's a mind-bending concept called superposition. You can think of it like a coin spinning in the air before it lands on heads or tails. While it's spinning, it has the potential to be either.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. So instead of just being on or off, a qubit can be in this in-between state.
Right. And this ability to be in multiple states simultaneously allows quantum computers to perform calculations at speeds that would take classical computers, well, forever, basically.
So we're talking about solving problems that are currently impossible for even the most powerful computers we have today. What kind of real-world applications are we looking at here?
Well, one area where quantum computing could be a game changer is cryptography. Imagine codes that are virtually unbreakable.
Whoa. Okay, so that has some serious implications for cybersecurity, data privacy, I mean, everything, right?
Absolutely. It could also revolutionize materials science. Imagine designing new materials with properties we've never seen before, all thanks to quantum simulations.
So we're talking lighter but stronger materials. Maybe even materials that can conduct electricity with zero resistance.
You got it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Quantum computing also has huge potential in drug discovery.
I was just going to ask about that. How could quantum computing change the way we develop new medicines?
Developing new drugs is a complex process. One of the biggest challenges is understanding how different molecules interact, especially in the human body. Quantum computers could simulate these interactions with incredible accuracy, helping scientists identify and develop new drugs much faster.
So from unbreakable codes to revolutionary new materials and faster drug discovery, right, it sounds like quantum computing could change the world as we know it.
It definitely has the potential. Now let's shift gears to another technology that's just as groundbreaking: CRISPR gene editing.
CRISPR. I've heard a lot about this. It's like this gene editing tool, right?
Right.
But how does it actually work?
Well, you often hear CRISPR being described as molecular scissors, but it's more like a super precise gene editing system with its own GPS. It uses a protein called Cas9, guided by a piece of RNA, to target and cut very specific DNA sequences.
Okay, so we can cut out a bad piece of DNA and replace it with a good one. Is that basically how it works?
Essentially, yes. And because it's so precise, it opens up incredible possibilities for treating genetic diseases.
That's where it gets really exciting. What are some of the specific applications of CRISPR in treating diseases?
Well, it's already showing a lot of promise in treating single-gene disorders like sickle cell anemia or cystic fibrosis. We're potentially talking about cures, not just treatments.
That's incredible. It almost seems too good to be true. Are there other diseases that CRISPR could help with?
Oh, absolutely. Beyond single-gene disorders, scientists are looking at using CRISPR to fight cancer, develop new ways to tackle infections, and even engineer organs for transplantation.
We're really talking about revolutionizing medicine as we know it. It's amazing to think that these things are happening right now, not just in some distant future.
Yeah, the field is moving incredibly fast. But as with any powerful technology, it's important to proceed with caution. There's still a lot we don't know about the complexities of gene editing.
That makes sense. It's a powerful tool, and we need to make sure we're using it responsibly. So we've covered quantum computing and CRISPR. Now let's talk about AI. It seems like it's everywhere these days, but how is it changing the landscape of scientific research?
AI is becoming an indispensable tool for scientists across the board. Think of it like having a super-powered research assistant that can analyze tons of data, spot patterns we might miss, and even make predictions that would take humans years to figure out.
It sounds like the ultimate research partner. Can you give me some specific examples of how AI is actually being used in research right now?
One area is drug discovery. AI algorithms can analyze huge databases of chemical compounds and predict which ones are most likely to be effective against a specific disease. This speeds up the process of identifying potential drug candidates.
So AI is like this digital chemist that can sift through millions of possibilities and find the most promising leads. Amazing.
Another exciting area is protein folding. Understanding how proteins fold into their 3D shapes is super important for understanding disease and developing new drugs. AI is now being used to predict these protein structures with incredible accuracy.
So AI is helping us unlock the secrets of life itself. That's incredible. Are there other areas of science where AI is making a big impact?
Oh, definitely. We're seeing it in materials science, where AI is helping design new materials with specific properties. In climate science, it's aiding in modeling complex climate systems and predicting the impacts of climate change. Even in astronomy, it's analyzing data from telescopes, leading to amazing discoveries about the universe.
It seems like AI is becoming a key player in practically every scientific field. It's amazing to think about all the breakthroughs it could lead to. But I also wonder about the limitations. Are there any potential challenges with using AI in research?
A big one is ensuring the data used to train the AI is accurate and unbiased. If you feed it bad data, you're going to get bad results.
Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. What about other challenges?
Transparency and explainability are also important. Some AI algorithms can be so complex that it's hard to understand how they arrive at their conclusions. This lack of transparency can make it difficult to trust their output, especially in fields like healthcare.
So we need to make sure we understand how the AI is making decisions, particularly when those decisions have real-world consequences.
Right. And then there's the issue of bias in AI systems. If the data used to train the AI is biased, the AI's output will be biased too.
We've already talked about how biased data can lead to biased outcomes, and that's a huge concern, especially in areas like criminal justice, healthcare, and even hiring.
Exactly. We need to make sure that AI systems are fair and equitable and don't perpetuate harmful biases.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider as AI becomes more integrated into research.
Definitely. AI is a powerful tool, but we need to be thoughtful and intentional about how we develop and deploy it. Open conversations about the potential benefits and risks are crucial.
So we've talked about 3 game-changing innovations: quantum computing, CRISPR gene editing, and AI. It's clear these technologies have the potential to transform our lives in ways we can only imagine.
I think that's a great place to pause for now.
Sounds good to me. We've covered a lot of ground, but we've only just scratched the surface. We'll dive deeper into the challenges and opportunities presented by these incredible technologies after a short break. Stay with us.
It's incredible to think about how these technologies, as groundbreaking as they are individually, can also work together.
It's not just about looking at them in isolation, right? It's about seeing how they can amplify each other's impact.
Exactly. For instance, imagine using AI to analyze the massive data sets generated by CRISPR experiments. It could fast-track the discovery of new targets for gene editing and help find new therapeutic applications.
That's a cool example. using one cutting-edge technology to supercharge another.
And then think about how quantum computing could revolutionize AI algorithms. The raw power of quantum computers could bring a whole new level of complexity and sophistication to AI.
Leading to even more breakthroughs in fields like, well, everything we've talked about so far, drug discovery, material science, even climate modeling.
It's a beautiful synergy, really, each technology pushing the boundaries of the others, like a positive feedback loop of innovation.
It's almost mind-boggling to think about the possibilities. Like we're on the verge of a new scientific renaissance.
And it's not just about the science itself, right? It's about how these technologies will impact our lives, our societies, our understanding of the world.
That's where things get really interesting, but also a bit daunting. We've touched on some of the challenges. Maybe we should explore those a bit deeper.
Absolutely. I mean, with any powerful technology, we have to make sure it's used responsibly and ethically.
With CRISPR, for example, we now have the ability to edit the very building blocks of life. That raises some pretty profound questions.
We need to have some serious conversations about the ethics of gene editing. What are the potential risks? How do we make sure access to these technologies is equitable?
Those are big questions. We can't just rush ahead without thinking about the potential downsides.
And with AI, we have to think about bias, transparency, accountability.
We talked about how biased data can lead to biased algorithms. And that's a big deal, especially in sensitive areas like criminal justice or healthcare.
We need to make sure AI systems are fair and equitable, that they don't just reinforce existing biases.
It's not just about the technology itself, it's about the human values that guide its development.
Exactly. These technologies should benefit all of humanity, not just a select few.
It's important to be mindful of the potential for these technologies to widen existing inequalities or even create new ones.
We have to make sure everyone benefits from these innovations.
It's a big task, but we have to face it head on.
And it's not just a challenge for scientists and policymakers, it's a challenge for society as a whole. We all need to be part of the conversation.
I think that's really crucial. These technologies will impact all of us, so we all have a stake in making sure they're used responsibly and ethically.
It's about creating a culture of open dialogue and collaboration. We need to openly discuss the benefits and the risks of these technologies and work together to find solutions.
I'm also curious about the potential impact of these technologies on the workforce. Will automation and AI lead to widespread job displacement?
That's a valid concern, and it's something we need to be proactive about. Investing in education and training programs is crucial, so people have the skills they need to thrive in a future where technology is even more prevalent.
So it's not just about mitigating the negative impacts, it's about creating opportunities for people to adapt and thrive in this new landscape.
Exactly. Empowering people to be active participants in shaping the future, not passive bystanders.
I love that perspective. It's not about being afraid of the future, but about embracing the possibilities and working together to create a future that benefits everyone.
I think that's the key takeaway. These technologies are incredibly powerful, but they're just tools. It's up to us to decide how we use them and what kind of future we want to build.
That's a powerful thought. So as we move into the final part of our deep dive, let's shift our focus from the challenges to the opportunities. What kind of future can we create if we use these technologies wisely and ethically? It's pretty amazing to think about everything we've covered, from quantum computers to gene editing to AI. It feels like we've only just scratched the surface though, right?
Yeah, we've really only just begun to explore the potential of these technologies. It's a truly exciting time to be witnessing this kind of scientific progress.
Absolutely. But like we were just talking about, it's not just about the science. It's about how these innovations will shape our world, our lives. What kind of future can we create if we use these tools wisely?
Well, imagine a world where quantum computers help us unlock some of the biggest mysteries of the universe, like understanding the fundamental nature of reality, from the tiniest subatomic particles to the origins of the cosmos.
Okay, now we're getting into some deep philosophical territory.
It's hard not to when you think about the potential here. And with CRISPR, think about a world where we don't just treat genetic diseases, but actually cure them.
Wow. A future where diseases like cystic fibrosis or Huntington's disease are just a distant memory. That's a powerful thought.
And what about the role of AI in tackling some of the world's biggest challenges? Like, imagine AI helping us develop clean energy sources, fight climate change, personalize education and healthcare.
We're talking about a future where technology empowers us to solve some of humanity's biggest problems.
Exactly. And it's not just about those big picture solutions. These technologies could change our everyday lives in countless ways. Personalized medicine tailored to your DNA, smart homes that anticipate your needs, transportation that's safer, more efficient, and better for the environment. It's all on the table.
It sounds like a pretty incredible future.
Hmm.
But it all hinges on us being responsible with these powerful tools, right?
Absolutely. Ethical considerations, equitable access, sustainability, these are all crucial factors we need to address. We need to have those tough conversations about how we govern these technologies, how we regulate them, what their impact on society will be.
It's a big responsibility. But I think we're capable of rising to the challenge. The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create.
I couldn't agree more. We have the power to shape the future with these technologies. It's up to all of us to ensure that it's a future that benefits everyone.
Well, this has been quite a deep dive, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It's been a fascinating journey.
We've explored some incredible scientific advancements, we've grappled with some pretty complex ethical questions, and we've even dared to imagine a future full of both challenges and opportunities.
I hope our listeners have enjoyed the ride.
Me too. And remember, this is just the beginning. The future is full of possibilities. It's up to each of us to keep exploring, to keep questioning, to keep imagining the world we want to create. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.